Let's be real. For most men over 50, coffee is the only thing keeping the engine running in the morning. You get up, pour that first cup, and for a few moments it feels like life is back in motion. But then 2 hours later, the crash hits. Suddenly you're drained, unfocused, and emotionally flat. Not just tired, empty. And here's the truth. Coffee might jumpstart your body, but silently, it's draining your masculinity. I'm Dr. Amelia Hayes, a urologist who specializes in male vitality. And what I'm about to share with you actually started in my own home. My husband was like many of my patients, hardworking, but the spark was slipping away. His mornings dragged, his evenings dragged even more, and every single day he clung to his coffee like it was the only energy he had left. Then one morning, I decided to experiment. No drugs, nothing synthetic, just one natural addition. A single teaspoon of something he never saw coming. And within just a few days, I noticed real changes. He was sharper, more energetic, even his eyes looked more alive. But what really surprised me wasn't the extra daytime energy. It was what changed at night. Let's just say I actually had to ask him to slow down. And no, this isn't some magic pill. It's simple biology. Natural chemistry that supports your hormones instead of fighting against them. Here's the reality. After 45, your body doesn't respond the same way anymore. Your morning coffee spikes your stress hormones, suppresses testosterone, and leaves you feeling more wired than powerful. That's why I call it the coffee trap. It fools your brain into feeling strong while your body is quietly burning out from the inside. But here's the twist. I'm not telling you to quit coffee. Instead, you just need to change the way you drink it. By adding a single natural teaspoon to your morning cup, you can turn that afternoon crash into steady energy, transform anxiety into calm focus, and reignite a level of vitality you haven't felt in years. This tiny ritual takes less than 5 seconds. No pills, no complicated routine, and just one small intentional addition each day. And before this video ends, I'll show you exactly what that teaspoon is, and how it didn't just bring my husband's energy back. It reignited our entire relationship. So before you reach for another plain cup of coffee, listen closely. Because what I'm about to reveal could change the way you begin every morning for the rest of your life. Let's break down what's really happening inside your body each morning. When you wake up, especially after age 50, your hormones are already shifting against you. Your cortisol, your primary stress hormone, surges early in the day. That's normal. It's nature's way of waking you up. But here's the problem. If you slept poorly or carry stress, that cortisol stays elevated. And when cortisol stays high, testosterone stays low. They work like a seesaw. The higher your stress hormones go, the more your masculine drive gets pushed down. So what's the first thing most men do? They grab a strong cup of coffee, assuming it will fix everything. But caffeine doesn't balance your system, it shocks it. It forces your adrenal glands to pump out even more cortisol and adrenaline. That sudden rush you feel? That I'm finally awake moment? That's not energy, and it's survival mode. Your blood sugar spikes, your heart rate jumps, your focus narrows, and then 2 hours later, boom. You crash. During that crash, testosterone falls even lower. So you reach for another cup, or maybe a sugary snack. And the cycle repeats. Spike, crash, repeat. Soon you're anxious, moody, and foggy. And here's what most men never realize. This routine is more than an energy problem. This daily pattern rewires your hormones and metabolism over time. It's why your passion fades, your belly grows, and your mood goes flat. Coffee itself isn't the villain. The problem is how you're using it. Your body doesn't need another surge. It needs support. It needs balance. It needs something that softens caffeine's impact, stabilizes blood sugar, and creates an environment where testosterone can actually rise. Think of plain coffee like flooring the gas pedal in your car when there's no oil in the engine. It may kick in quickly, but plain coffee burns you out from the inside. However, when you stir in the right natural ingredient, just a single teaspoon, you give your body cleaner fuel, protection from stress, and a foundation for long-lasting energy that feels steady, confident, and strong. It's not about adding more caffeine. It's about using smarter chemistry. When your hormones fall back into balance, your focus sharpens, your mood lifts, and your vitality. Yes, that kind of vitality comes roaring back. In the next section, I'll introduce you to the first natural upgrade, the one I call the Clean Fuel Accelerator. It's the simplest change you can make to your daily coffee, and chances are it's already sitting in your kitchen. Let's get practical. Here's the first teaspoon hack that transforms your coffee and your energy levels. It's not milk, and it's definitely not sugar, it's fat. Specifically, I'm talking about high-quality MCT oil or clarified butter, ghee. This clean Fuel Accelerator turns your coffee into a stable energy source, fueling your body for hours, with no crash and no jitters. Coffee by itself burns glucose for fast energy, and that leads to a hard crash. MCT oil works differently. It goes directly to your liver, where it converts into ketones, a cleaner and longer-burning fuel for both your brain and muscles. Think of caffeine as the accelerator pedal, and MCTs as premium-grade fuel. Together, they deliver sustained energy, keeping you mentally sharp and physically alert. No more energy roller coasters, just steady, calm focus that carries you straight through until lunch. My husband used to hit a wall every afternoon, reaching for another coffee or a sugary snack. But once he started adding 1 teaspoon of MCT oil to his morning cup, the midday crash vanished. He worked better, stayed productive, and still had energy left by evening. And the best part? It tastes great. Just blend it for about 10 seconds and you'll get a creamy latte-like foam that's also satisfying. Beyond energy, this simple tweak helps stabilize blood sugar, reduce stubborn belly fat, and improve insulin function, which is critical for men over 50. It smooths out caffeine's harsh impact, giving you steady power, focused drive, and clear thinking. This is only the first of 3 powerful 1 teaspoon fixes designed to boost all-day energy and metabolic control. But energy alone isn't the full story. What about desire, that deep inner drive and confidence? If you've felt that part of your life slipping away, the next teaspoon can bring it surging back. It's natural, time-tested, and so effective that I once had to tell my husband to take it easy. Let's get into it. Now we'll move to the second teaspoon, the one that reignites your fire. Every man wants to feel that drive again, that spark of masculine intensity. Believe it or not, it can start right in your morning coffee, with maca root powder. For centuries, Peruvian warriors and high-altitude farmers have used it to boost stamina, mental clarity, and desire. Maca is an adaptogen, meaning it helps your body deal with stress and naturally rebalance hormones. It gently brings cortisol down, the same stress hormone that suppresses testosterone. And when cortisol drops, your body is finally able to produce and use testosterone more effectively. Instead of forcing hormones, maca helps your system restore its natural rhythm, leaving you calm, balanced, and strong. Maca also reactivates the part of the brain linked to motivation and desire, the inner engine that fuels purpose, drive, and passion, both in life and in the bedroom. When my husband started adding maca to his coffee, I simply wanted to boost his mood. But what followed took us both by surprise. He became more upbeat, more driven, and by night, let's just say there was a lot more energy at home. It tastes great too, with a warm, nutty flavor, almost like butterscotch. And it blends perfectly with coffee, especially when you're already using MCT oil. Just 1 teaspoon each morning can begin shifting your internal chemistry back towards strength, balance, and confidence. And when your partner starts noticing and asks what changed, you'll know it comes from one simple morning habit. But if your main struggle is physical, if stiffness, joint pain, or slower recovery are holding you back, the next teaspoon might matter even more. It rebuilds your body from the inside out, something your system quietly begs for every single day. So let's talk about the third teaspoon, the one most men completely ignore, yet it may be the most essential of all. At this point, we're not just talking about energy or hormones, we're talking about structure, your joints, your digestion, your recovery, the foundation that keeps everything else working. This teaspoon is pure collagen peptides. I already know what many men think. Isn't collagen something women take for hair and skin? Yes, but for men over 50, collagen becomes vital. It's the raw material your body uses to move, heal, and perform. Your tendons, ligaments, muscles, even your gut lining are made of collagen. But after around age 40, your body stops producing enough of it. That's when the signs begin. Aching knees, a stiff lower back, slow recovery, and even digestive discomfort. Coffee, especially when you drink it on an empty stomach, can make all of that worse. But when you mix in just 1 teaspoon of collagen peptides, everything changes. It dissolves instantly. No taste, no thickness, just quiet strength added to your cup. Here's what it actually does. It helps repair the gut lining, easing inflammation and improving the way your body absorbs nutrients. It supports muscles and joints so recover